असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय.
Now next one is the Newton's first law. He explained that when an object is rest, it is continually at rest, and when an object in motion, it is moving with constant velocity unless an unbalanced force is applied to it. What can we observe from this? So here I will write. When an object at rest is continually at rest, and when an object in motion is moving with constant velocity. Okay? Unless or unbalanced force applied to it. Here, when an object at rest is continually at rest, and when an object in motion is moving with constant velocity unless or unbalanced force is applied to it. What can we conclude from these statements here? In order to making an object from rest to move or moving object to stop, there must be force is applied on the object. When an object is moving from rest position, there force is applied on the object. When an object is moving and when it is comes to stop, there must be frictional force will be applied on the object. Right? So here we can say that force is the cause of change of state of motion of the object. Right? So here we can write force is the cause of change in state of motion. Right? So force is the cause of change in state of motion. So here we can say that the resting object is moving by applying force, and the moving object is comes to stop when there is a frictional force is applied on the object. So we can say that force is the cause of change in state of motion. By making a resting ball to move or moving ball to stop, here essentially change in velocities takes place. Right? So force is the cause of change in velocity also. So we can write force is the cause of change in velocity. Here the resting ball comes to move, or moving ball comes to stop. There must be velocity is also changed here. So we can see that force is the cause of change in velocity. Change in velocity means force is the cause of acceleration. Force is the cause of acceleration. We know acceleration means change in velocity by time. So here force is cause the change in velocity. So it must be cause the acceleration also. Right? So see here. Now take one ball and push this ball in this direction. Now here the direction of the ball is in line. It is moving in a straight line. Okay? So here the velocity of the ball is increased here. Right? Here it is moving with a constant velocity. So we can say that here the velocity increases from 0 to positive. So here the acceleration is positive. Right? Because it is moving in a straight line and with constant velocity. Right? So when it is moving with a constant velocity, the acceleration is positive here. And when the ball is moving in this direction, here the direction of force is opposite to the direction of the velocity. Then what happens here? Here the direction of force is opposite to the direction of velocity. So what happens here? The acceleration becomes here negative. Right? Here the ball comes to stop. The frictional force will be applied on the ball, then the ball will comes to stop. So here the acceleration is negative. Right? So the force is applied in one direction and the velocity is in one direction. So we can say acceleration is negative. Yes? So here the acceleration is positive when the velocity and the force are in same direction. The applied force and the velocity here both are in same direction. So the velocity is increased from 0 to positive here. Here it is changed to negative because the force applied on the object and the velocity are in opposite direction. Right? So it is negative here. So we can know one thing here. The force is a cause of change in state of motion and force is a cause of change in velocity. Right? So here change in velocity also causes the speed and direction. Here we can write change in velocity is happen due to change in speed or direction. Change in velocity happen due to change in speed or change in direction. Okay. Touch this rubber band with your fingers. What will happen when we are stretching this rubber band? So when we want to stretch this, we want to pull it, right? So pulling is a force. So when we are applying external force on this rubber band, the shape and size of the rubber band is changes. When we are pulling like this, the shape and size of the rubber band is changes it when we are applying the external force on the rubber band. So what can we see from this? Force can also changes the shape and size of the objects, right? So we can write force can change shape and size of the objects, right? So here from all these observations we can see that force can cause a change in state of motion, right? Force can cause a change in state of motion, and change in state of motion cause the change in speed and change in direction and change in shape or change in size of the objects. Right? Remember that change in motion cause the change in speed or change in direction or change in shape or change in size of the objects. Okay? So to understand more about Newton's first law, now we will discuss one example based on the Newton's first law. See this? Understand more about Newton's first law. Here I will give you one example. See, for this we need to take one glass tumbler and coin and one piece of paper. First of all, take the glass tumbler and keep the paper on the tumbler. Take a coin and keep it on the center of the paper. Now, pull the paper with your hand as fast as you can. What happened here? What will observe when we are pulling the paper? Here, when we are pulling the paper very fastly, the coin will drop down into the glass tumbler. Why it is happening here? Why the coin is not coming with this paper? Here we are applying the force only on the paper. The coin tries to remain stationary here, right? So that's why the coin is dropped out into the tumbler. Yes? Here we can say that from the Newton's first law, an object at rest is continually at rest unless or unbalanced force is applied to it. Here the coin is at rest position, right? When we are pulling the paper, at that time the force is applied on the coin also. So it is fall, means it is dropped out into the tumbler because the force is applied on this coin, right? Until we are not applying the force, that is to be at rest. We know the Newton first law says an object at rest, it is continually at rest. When we are applying the force or one of the external force is applied so it is moving. Right? So here we can say that force can cause change in state of motion. How it is changed here? The state of motion of the coin. First of all, is at rest position. Right? When you are pull the paper, it is comes to move. Right? So here we can say that force can cause the change in state of motion. This is the Newton's first law. Right?